Hey everyone, Sungod here. Let's play We Got Challenger on the Super server, and for the third split, let's get it on the Korean server. We'll start the series straight in Masters. I'm gonna spare you with the low elo games, and we'll head straight into Masters Plus game. Enjoy the video. Alright, we're playing against Elisa in here, and I spot him in the river. I don't want to go on him and wait for my teammates because he's much stronger level 1 against Elise. I spot the Sylas and I'm waiting for my Oriana, so I decide to get a little short trade on the Sylas. GP blows flash, so we don't want to escalate the team fight here. Sylas is much stronger than us as well as Lee Sin. So I'm just like, alright, if my Lee Sin wants to take the blue, I'm just gonna take the wolves and hopefully get it. However, Lee Sin shows up and just takes my wolf with his smite, so we just lose that. So what do we do in this situation? Well, we just leave and we go for other camps immediately. We really don't waste any time. He got our wolves, he's gonna get the blue, he's gonna get everything, and now we know that Lee Sin is topside. So we want to be playing for other lanes and potentially go for an invade. If the opponent is making a great play, you have to make a great play somewhere else, right? For example, he took my wolves, so I want to be putting pressure like in other lanes. Here we can see Kaisa Brahmar a little bit too overextended. Even though they know that I was spot side, they still decide to like overpush, so we're definitely gonna capitalize on that and take 2 kills here. I want to give Samira the next kill as she snowballs as hard as I do. And Lee Sin shows up at his blue. I take from this information that he didn't actually take my blue, so not only that, but we took the blue here, smited it away. We're gonna take Scuttle thanks to getting a kill into bot lane, and then go back to the top lane to get the blue here. We can also see that he didn't take his red, so we basically have like full info on like what Lee Sin is gonna be doing afterwards. Because he's fairly low HP, we have prio to invade the Lee Sin here, despite us being Evelyn. We have 2 buffs, so we shouldn't be scared. So I'm gonna take the other Scuttle here, take it away from him, get my level 4, as I have 26 CS. And now I'll take my blue, as we already know that Lee Sin did not take it. So we're in a really good spot here. I didn't immediately back because I do want to put all these counts like on CD before I back. I have a bigger back here with like Sword Boots, Dark Seal, and probably like an M-Tome. I see something's happening bot lane, so I quickly want to go there. I know there's no wards. Braum is still playing extremely aggressively. But it's good. I'm just gonna charm this guy, start cutting away. Make sure I get the kill. We get the kill, 2k gold, push the lane. Very important, guys. Like whenever you're getting a gank off, try to fix the wave in a way that it favors like your ADC, mid laner, or top laner. Here in this case, I had to hard push, so my ADC would lose less minions. I know that Lee Sin is nearby, so I want to be careful. Does hit the Q here, not the auto attack, so I'm still fairly high HP. So I'm gonna wait for a little bit. Hits another Q, that's very dangerous, so I'm just gonna back off and wait for an opportunity to do something. There's nothing I can really do here. I did regen some HP thanks to my passive. We're level 6, take the Krugs, and now we can finally go for a gank. Whenever you have a power spike, whether it's like a level lead, you're level 6, or your item lead, that's when you want to be doing plays. And that's what I'm gonna be doing. So we go for the Kaisa here. I want at least 1 kill if I can, as I snowball as hard as Samira, as we already mentioned. Lee Sin does go for the rail here, but he's not level 6, so I'm not scared to fight. I see the Sylas, and honestly, like, in my brain, I already knew he was gonna flash on me, but it was a tad too late. So now, like I mentioned previously, we do have a lead, right? We're 3-1-3, we got a good amount of items, now we want to start making plays happen. Say the Lee Sin is a little bit too overextended, so I'm not very scared to fight. Same thing with Quinn, she's extending like a little bit too much, tried to kill my Oriana, but it didn't work out for her. And then I look to make something happen here, ASAP, so I try to take the red. Obviously, I look at my map, and see that Sylas is a little bit too overextended. Good thing to know is you'll see it here. I'm going to try to go out of vision and make sure that I'll be able to put the charm Oriana ults, so we can just finish him off like really fast. Something very important to know, and this is something I said like in my other videos, is when you're invading people, it's always like a good thing, especially like when you have the timing to do so, because when you invade people, you're basically behind every single lane. If they don't have the information that you're invading, it gives you like a good angle to gank people. In this sense here, I was able to gank the Saz because I came from behind, but also took Lee Sin's red, so it was basically like I got two things done in one shot. Lee Sin tries to go for me here. I'm very squishy, so I just get immediately bursted out. We do have the Lich Bane here, so we can start like fighting a little bit. I try to go for the size here. Not enough damage, unfortunately, to execute him, so I'm just gonna leave. I don't have my R, I don't have my charm, I don't have my flash. So in this scenario, like what I want to be doing is either capitalizing on my teammates engage or farm. In this case, I see that Rel is doing God's work, so I don't want to try to capitalize on it. Right now ult was really shitty, so I started playing like a bit more passive. When you don't have R guys or flash, don't try to be a hero. I see the Kaisa, so I'm just gonna smite this away. Be careful of the Lee Sin and just try to play for Dragon. I'm Evelyn, so it's like really hard for people to outsmite an Evelyn, especially because if you're your E or your R, you can just burst and smite at the same time. If your smite is 900 gold, you can E smite at 1100 HP around there, or you can just R smite for the burst. We just take Dragon here, very easy. We look for an opportunity. They're kind of circling us, so it's really dangerous to really go for this. Size does a really huge amount of damage. So we just disengage here. I don't have my R, so I'm just gonna flash away. Kind of stick around to see if there's something I can do. And unfortunately, there isn't, so we're just gonna end up dying. Yeah, I should have been a lot more patient here. There was no need for me to die. You do want to be forcing plays when you do have R, for example, or an item lead or level lead. In this case, I had nothing, so I just ended up dying. Not a really good death. I see the Queen is completely alone, so I'm just gonna wait for my Rel to go for it. There's too many people around, so completely disengage here. Always be as patient as possible if you're going for a fight. You can see like I'm not immediately going in when Rel is like CCing someone, because yeah, sure, maybe I can capitalize on doing some damage here, but I know that I'm not just gonna one-shot the Braum, so I'm not gonna immediately go for the kill. If I see like a super free opportunity, and this is quite easy with Evelyn because you can always like reposition, look for a play, and you can always use R or flash if you're in a tough spot. I'm gonna take my blue here, and again, waiting for opportunities, being as patient as possible. Look for someone that's like overextended. My GP is going a little bit too crazy here, so we're gonna start heading there, not because we want to save this guy, because he's most likely dead, but because they're gonna use like a lot of mobility spells in order to finish the GP off, which gives us like an opportunity for free kills. And as you can see, all I had to do was smite this guy and I got a kill. Same thing, guys, got the R, no flash, but Lee Sin is dead, so we can make something happen here. Again, I'm always gonna take like the big route to look for a good flank angle, see if I can look for an interesting kill, as opposed to just, you know, as Evelyn, you want to have like interesting movements. You don't want to engage people from the front always, except if you have flash. You want to try looking for interesting flanks. I try to go for the kill here, and we do kill her thanks to Rel. If she wasn't here, I would have just ulted away. So that was a really good patience for me. Gonna charm the Kaisa to make her disengage. You can use the charm for different purposes. Here in this case, I used the charm to make the Kaisa scared to continue and commit. Again, interesting flanks, guys. I see that, you know, they're taking like mid turrets. I'm gonna keep on looking for opportunities, so I'm just gonna wait for them to use as many spells as possible. I see Oriana R, I see Rel engage, so I can just capitalize on that and go for the kill here with my R. And Lee Sin ends up dying. We do end up getting the kill here because we were patient, because we waited for that opportunity. If I went in earlier, chances are I would have most likely died. And Evelyn's the perfect champion for this, right? Evelyn will teach you like how to really be patient and wait for those opportunities. You can see my team is not very happy here with like what's happening. That's because, you know, Samira died, Rel died. We're all like a little bit too low HP. And obviously the game isn't going too well in our favor. It's 14-14, I'm fairly fed. And you're gonna see like how I'm gonna turn this around. Right now I'm very, very strong. I got the Rabadon, so huge power spike. My damage multiplied just from this item. So at this point, you know, I'm gonna stay around the Rel, I'm gonna stay around the Orianna and try to make something happen. And you can see like the Kaisa is just getting completely demolished. Almost one shot at her. I'm very scared here, of course, because like I said, I don't have R, I don't have Flash. Samira gets the double kill. And I'm gonna stay around, see if I can capitalize on something. Can get the kill on the Silas. It's great. And you can see the gameplay is very not hard, guys, on Evelyn. Like, be patient, look for opportunities, don't try to be a hero. And if you're overfed, of course you're gonna start one-shotting people left and right. That's a given. But until then, just relax and look for these easy kills. Don't try to overplay. Like, see, for example, like this Quinn, it's just complete free kill if I just wait for the Rel to like go on him. Same for the Silas. In a 1 versus 1 situation, I would never be able to kill the Silas, for example. But if I wait for my Rel, Orianna, or someone else, it's a different story. I do end up dying here, but thankfully I did not use my Flash. So now we can play for the Dragon. They only need 1 Dragon for the soul. So it is a little bit scary, of course. We try to go for the Quinn. I proc my charm and it's just an easy kill. This is a good kill because now we have basically tempo advantage on them. They have 4 players and they have to defend like each turrets. Orianna does end up inting, so that's rough. Lee Sin tries to go for this play, Silas as well. Everything is a little bit confusing here. But yeah, we end up killing like absolutely nobody. And Samir goes a little bit crazy, kills 2 people. And I'm gonna kill the Kaisa, she's a little bit too far away. And we do end up dying here. Well, game is really interesting, it's 22-22. And, you know, like it genuinely feels like this game is not very winnable, except if Samira pops off, or I get like a wild double or triple kill. If we do lose this Drake, then our chance of winning are going to drastically go lower and lower and lower and lower, because they're going to end up having soul, and we most definitely don't want that. But what we're going to end up doing here is go straight for Baron. Why? Because they have full prio on the Dragon, and we can't actually contest that. Quinn was pushing topside, like her team was scattered, we had no vision. So here at least we're first on Baron, and we can look for a play, and the play is going to happen here. We just immediately burst the Braum. Samira goes crazy, gets a triple kill, and this is the power of vision, guys. Like, I know, and I'm not gonna stress this like enough, but essentially, you know, like a lot of people tell you vision is important, but they don't tell you why. And this is like the perfect example that shows you why vision is so important in those type of games. Because if you do have vision, if you do have prio, then you can coordinate with your team to make these plays, right? If you have full control, the enemy team is going to be reluctant to make something happen. In this case, we had to give like full priority on Dragon, and we had to lose Dragon here. But because the enemy team just were too confident and walked around without any vision to Baron, we end up killing like literally all of them, and Rel was able to make a perfect play happen. Braum ends up inting again. Even though they have soul does not mean that they won the game. We still have Samira, Rel, we have insane scaling champions. I scale fairly well as well. Orianna, get GP for obvious reasons, but I get a beautiful charm on the Kaisa, so that's just a game ender right there. Kaisa dying, Quinn dying, they don't really have like any good wave clear anymore. Silas, terrible wave clear. Lee Sin, especially like when we're sieging like this, terrible wave clear, Braum, terrible wave clear. So we can just brute force the game and just end it. There's nothing they can do about it. You can see like Seth's trying his best to like clear the wave, but he's not gonna succeed in doing so. Same thing for Lee Sin. So we can just completely brute force the end of the game here. I one-shot this guy, and we do end up dying. So don't give up, guys. Put your vision, play as a team, be patient. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the description down below if you're interested in getting coached by me. Peace, guys.